Hi guys, it's Maddie. Sorry for those of you that know what I sound like. I have a bit of a cold, so I do sound kind of a little weird. Hopefully, it's not going to be like this for too much longer. Um, but I've been promising that I was going to be posting some videos, and I have yet to do so. So I'm here to fulfill that promise. Um, it's been a challenge for me. You all know how I feel about seeing my face, and this is kind of the ultimate of that because it's not just seeing my face, but it's putting my face out there for people to see. So I'm really scared. But if you're watching, I appreciate it. Thank you. And this is just to tell you what happened. So, you all know my mom passed away back in 2015, and it pretty much derailed me. Um, I thought I was doing okay, and then I had some health issues come up, and then my long term relationship ended after almost 11 years, and that was pretty much when I hit rock bottom. It took 3 months, but I hit, and I hit pretty hard, and that was the first time in my life where I was truly suicidal. Um, I've had some depression that I've dealt with and some other issues that I've dealt with my whole life, but I've always gotten through it, and I've always been very proud of myself for getting through that. So to hit this wall was really difficult, and it was one of the hardest things to admit that I couldn't keep going. Um, and I wanted to die, um, not for some dramatic reason, you know, some grand gesture. It was because I felt like a burden. Um, and I was tired of being a burden. I had been a burden for a good portion of my life, or I thought. Um, you just, when you're kind of told the same thing your whole life, you believe it. And it just seems normal. It seems normal to believe that you're a curse and that anytime you come into someone's life, you're only going to be bringing bad things with you. And it sticks with you. And it stuck with me, and it got to me. And then throw in the fact that I was having uh, some things happen to me at work that I didn't really quite understand. Um, I later found out that I was disassociating. Um, like I said, I have a cold, sorry. But I started noticing something, and I was working at a call center, and I would kind of just wake up in the middle of a call, and I distinctly remember one time where I was just speaking gibberish. I mean, I was speaking actual words, but when you strung them together, they didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I kind of fully came to when I said something about like parking lot or something like that, like going across the parking lot or something. And I remember it had nothing to do with what the customer service that I should have been giving. So I was like, something's not right here. And then I just started piecing things together, and I was remembering that it kind of happened a lot over my life. I would just attribute it to things like, oh, I'm tired, I'm stressed, things like that. I didn't know that it was actually something a little bit more serious than that, until it began to happen pretty frequently, daily, multiple times a day. There would be times where I would lose an entire day. I started work at 5 in the morning, and I would be home by like 2:30 at the very latest, and I'd be in bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I had to stick to a very rigorous schedule every day, Monday through Friday. So I'd all of a sudden wake up, I'm sitting on the couch, I've got a bowl in my lap, and I'm eating my chicken salad, and I don't even remember making it. I go in the kitchen, and the pan's already washed, and it's like, wow, I did all of this? I don't even remember. And did I go to work? And then I start thinking, did I go to work? I would try to remember. the day that I had. Could I remember anything about the day? I couldn't remember anything about the day. Couldn't remember any phone calls in particular. And in the line of work that I did, sometimes you did have phone calls that stood out because there were some pretty disgruntled people. So I couldn't even remember that. It's like, did I get any people angry at me? Did I get called stupid today? Nothing. Couldn't recall anything. And it scared me, but I just brushed it aside and just kept pushing forward. And then when I finally hit that wall, um, I quit working, and I my intention was to die. When I originally stopped working and called my agency and told them not to put me on any more assignments, um, I fully intended to kill myself. And I started making my list, and anybody that knows me knows I make lists for everything. And I was making my list, and because I was done. I was done hurting the people I loved. I was done being a burden to my friends and my family. Um, Up to that point, my neighbor Michelle was pretty much the reason I got through every single day. And what sucks is that she was going through worse shit than I was going through, but man, that broad was there every fucking day for me, man. Day or night, rain or shine, she was there. She had my back, and I love her to death for that. But she knows what I've been through. She's been there through all of this. So, I wanted to die, wanted to stop being a burden to Michelle and my kids and everybody. I was tired of it. And I couldn't even work at this point because I couldn't even leave my house. Um, so I was ready, just ready to be done. Was trying to figure out how I was going to do it, who was going to contact who, things like that. And I look over and I see on my dresser a little shell, and it was in a box. And I had the lid off, but kind of like tucked under the box. You know how you do that, so you could see what was in the box. And in it was like some little grass and the little seashell that my niece had painted, and she'd put my favorite scripture verse on it. And she made it for us for Christmas because we were out in California for my mom's funeral. And it was Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And it got me thinking. Anybody that knows me knows I have my faith, and I have no problem with anything that you believe, but you will never convince me otherwise of mine, and I won't ever try to convince you of anything that otherwise of what you believe in. So as long as we can agree to that, we'll be good. So just let me go with my with my story before anybody criticizes it. Um, so for me, my faith has been everything. It's gotten me through the toughest times of my life, and I just didn't think I had it in me anymore until I saw that. And I didn't want to give up hope. That was the one thing that I could hold on to my whole life, was hope. It's what got me to where I was, literally and figuratively. Um, my faith and my beliefs. So instead of killing myself, I called the suicide hotline and asked for help, and they directed me to a local place, and then that place directed me to another place where I would get more intensive therapy, and because they dealt with strictly sexual assault, so the environment was much different than if you've ever had to go through public mental health. You know what those places are like. So this was a little bit better. No, I'm not lying. It was a lot better. It was soothing and wonderful and quiet, and you didn't have people in your face offering you, here, you want to have a bite of my sandwich? And it's like, nah, dude, I'm cool. It's like, I got PTSD, man. I don't want you in my space, but they're all, we're all crazy. We're all ill. So, you just try to ignore everything around you. But this place was much better. And Annabelle was amazing. She was an awesome therapist. I miss her. She was sweet. But anyways, so I was ultimately diagnosed with major depressive disorder, severe anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and the most important one, dissociative identity disorder. Um, if you know anything about DID, it was formerly known as MPD, or multiple personality disorder. There's a reason for that, I guess. I guess because you kind of do have different personalities. I didn't want to admit that, but I refer to them as personas, or we call them my other me's. Um, as of now, there are 8 of me. Michelle, if you're watching this, the last time we talked, I think we were at 5, maybe 6. I don't remember. I think the 6th had just come out. But it's been a really transitional couple of years for me. Um, so, yeah. Um, I don't name them. My husband has helped me do that. He kind of does it just on different traits that we have. Um, I've asked him to kind of break it down for me what we're like. Some of us share memories, some of us don't. I don't know what the others are doing. It's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell. You know, you just do your own thing. Um, I don't really have any control of who is forward and who isn't. Um, so that's why I decided to start doing kind of a journal or a blog or a vlog. I hate that word. Of the different transitions and the different me's. And so that's going to be a whole series that I do. And so that's going to be called the Today I'm, because it's a Today I'm. And give me 1 second, because I got to yell at a cat because there's something in the kitchen. Get off my stove. Are you serious, dude? Mallory, get down. Get down. Sorry, my cat. I had made chicken in the stove and there was foil, so that noise that you heard was him licking the foil. Get off my counter. You're a jerk. Sorry about that. I'm supposed to edit these, but I have yet to figure out how to do that, so it's probably going to be in the final cut. It's going to suck, so. Anyways, so yeah, multiple me's. So the series I was going to be doing is called the Today I'm. Because I don't always know who I am. Sometimes it's multiple me's throughout the day. Sometimes I get to be me for a whole day, a week. I'm not sure what the record is. You'd have to ask my husband that. I think he's kind of lost track of those. But it's been an adventure. At first I saw my DID as a weakness. That I was so weak that I couldn't keep it together. But I realized that it's not weakness, it's strength. It was my way of coping. It was my way of surviving. And in order for me to survive, I had to disassociate and I fragmented. And this is the result of that. So today I'm lightning. Tomorrow I don't know who I'll be. Hopefully still me. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try to edit this video and get it posted tonight and get my stream started because I'm already late, which, no, I mean, that's not, nothing new. Sorry about that. But if you're watching, I appreciate it. Feel free to comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer the best I can. If you have DID, I would love to hear from you because this is so new to me and I'd love to have somebody to talk to. So, yeah, thanks for watching and you have a great day.